School and Commerce High School. I went to Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia. Graduated with a major in Sociology, Urban Studies, and Social Welfare. Worked in Springfield at the Springfield Y for about 2 years. Transitioned to Hartford for 3 years, working for the YMCA. And now I reside in Boston. I'm the Director of Operations for Youth Development for the YMCA in Boston. My co-presenter is
James Lightfoot. Excuse me, I was zoning out for a moment. Trying to think about what I was going to say. Following this guy's resume is tough. Native of Detroit, Michigan. Been here in Springfield, saying like 11 to 12 years. Came here for grad school here at Springfield College. Was a lifelong YMCA. I was a member, then I was a employee there, came here so that I could one day become an executive director of one. Then I found new passions and dreams and have done a lot of work here in Springfield throughout the community centers, a lot of work around mentoring initiatives, and I am now an academic counselor at Springfield Technical Community College. All right. Welcome to You Can't Buy Swag. Hopefully you never have to pay for it. It's something that you carry with you all the time. If so, we're going to have a discussion. All right? So, we'll get into it.
So can anyone give me a definition, your own definition of swag? Anyone in the room?
Right here.
Can you stand up? Stand up.
I think swag is how you present yourself.
How you present yourself. All right. Anyone else? Stand up.
I think it's just your style, like what you wear.
Your style, what you wear.
Self-confidence on the outside.
Self-confidence. You want to stand up? You want to stand up?
Like something that sets you apart from like everybody else.
So your uniqueness, right?
Something that can make you you.
Something that makes you you. All right. All right. So alternative word for cool, right? Being authentic, I heard that. Being original, I heard that as well. Being yourself and not fronting, right?
Or putting on airs. He always leaves that one for me, right? Pretty much not out here trying to be somebody that you're not. All right, so can't buy swag. We're also trying to provide you with some skills on presenting good etiquette or proper etiquette. So when I say that word etiquette, what comes to mind? Yes, sir.
Well, I think that comes to mind is I think manners and like how you're dressed well and how you dress yourself.
The corner. Right.
Your repetition. When I hear etiquette, I think it means education.
You're like your personal brand.
Personal brand. Were you here 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Told you somebody'd say it.
Excellent. So we looked up Webster's dictionary's definition of etiquette. It told us the conduct or procedure required by good breeding or prescribed by authority to be observed in social and official life. Having good manners, presenting good manners, knowing appropriate time and place for certain actions. We're going to show you some of that shortly.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing? Good?
One Saturday morning, man. I'm trying to go copy some J. So, bro?
Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Yes, man. You know, I don't have nothing else to do.
You got the money?
Of course I got the money. What are you talking about? You see how I'm dressed today?
Alright.
What are they, like $85 now?
No, they $250.
So, Mr. Bayman, I was reading over some reports and your name came up. You presented a very good response for the grant application we're looking for, and it's worth over $100 million. But I must say, when I seen your name, I was, quite confused because I know the type of work that you typically present. It's pretty amazing. So I'm expecting some great things, when we go through this review. I have to ask you one thing. Are you going to be able to deliver as you have in the past?
Most definitely will.
Great. Well, we're going to go through the review and then we'll kind of, we'll give you a call very soon.
Much appreciated.
All right? What are some things you observed through those two scenarios? Love to see hands go. Yes, sir.
The way he shook your hand.
A handshake. Can I have someone? Oh, you got it. All right.
Like your body actions, like when you were in the scene, like where you guys were like all buddy, like on Saturday, one bunch of kids, they're all moving around saying, yo, you try to go pop this thing and that. But then when you were in like the interview way, you were talking formal and like standing still instead of looking everywhere else but the person you're talking to. You were like eye contact.
Say it again. All right. One thing I'll ask you all to do is to elevate your voices in here. It's a lot of bodies. It absorbs the sound. Yes, sir.
Oh, you showed great respect for him when you were talking to him.
I see a hand here. Hit that. Different ways of tone. Compliments.
I think you guys are trying to show us that there's a time and a place for everything.
Yes, sir.
How you represented yourself?
How we represented ourselves. All right. We have two more.
Your emotions.
Emotions.
The way you guys were dressed showed how professional you guys were trying to be.
You met all those? No. Go ahead. Good morning.
How you doing? How are you?
Great.
Great, I'm doing fantastic. Hope you're doing the same.
Which of those were right and which of those were wrong? I've seen the hand here and now come there.
The right one was when you went up and actually shook their hand and looked, gave them eye contact, said good morning, the first one you did. And then the other one, they're like all technically right because it's different age groups. And like one was your elder and like one was like a buddy one. So they're all like kind of right.
Give me, what was the answer? There we go.
We're all technically right, but like there's a certain time and place for everything. So like you could be like you could be like at like presenting something and like shake someone's hand, or you could be like at like with one of your friends and just step them up or like say
Pick some up.
The first one when you were like shaking your hands were good, and then the other one you were like acting some different ways than the first one. I don't think that that when you did this, I don't think that's a wrong reading because in different culture that is like.
Fire in the back.
how much respect you have for each other.
Respect.
If you take the time to actually shake their hands.
We have one here in the corner, and then I'll.
Oh, it depends on like what you're trying to be right there. Cause like that could have been person who said high school could have been like your professor or something. Maybe could have just been dapping up the rest of your classmates. I don't know why you got him.
I think they're all right because they're all forms of acknowledgement of another person.
And the intention behind that, of all of those greetings, are to what? What are you trying to do?
Say hello.
Say hello, introduce yourself.
Say hello, introduce yourself,
Acknowledge the other person.
acknowledge.
Friendly.
What are you saying?
I said to show respect.
Show respect. So there's one word I'm looking for that moment does.
Bond.
Bond. All right, so we can play the synonym game because you hit it like right on the, to connect. There's a very intentional purpose behind that, even when you give the nod. You can't give the nod like this, right? Because you're not even connected. But you want to connect. Even when you throw up the peace sign, you're waiting for that other piece to go up. You connect. Unless you're not trying to, then you leave the room. But your intention in greeting is to connect with people. That handshake seals the deal. No matter how it's done, right? You want to make sure that you all are on the same page. You're in agreement. And that's very important. As you move throughout life, you will understand the power and the value within every hand you shake. Some of them may be for just, practice. And some of them may transition you to your next phase of life. It's very important when you're making those connections. Every hand I shake, I try to make sure I remember face and name. Sometimes I'm not given the name, so that's something that we have to work on. I think we're moving there next. But to grab or gather that important and essential information so that that connection is not invalid. There's some purpose behind it. All right? Mm-hmm.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Tim.
I'm good. I'm James. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much. No, I'm good. Hi. My name is James Lightfoot, and I'm here today to share some very important information with you. I hope that you pay attention so that once we leave this place, you will remember everything that we've said. What's up, y'all?
Hello.
Hello, I'm James Lightfoot. Hey, what's up? The introduction. Very important. A lot of information is transferred in a few seconds that can make or break that first impression. Good handshake, good connection, acknowledgement of the individual, shared names, or information that will be beneficial so that you can remember the time and place in which you met that person is very key. How many of you meet people and you're like, hi, how are you? Good to meet you. I'll see him 2 weeks from now. And I'll say, man, I remember his face, but I don't know. I didn't get his name. He didn't say hi back. He just shook my hand. So it was just a very invalid meeting. Like, we connected, but really didn't make it happen. Right? So it's important that you do that. Why? I've given you like 10,000 answers. Why?
So you can connect with the other person's
person's personality.
Mm-hmm.
So you know some stuff about the person?
It depends, cause like, I don't know. Like, if you see like a group of friends, right? Like, you know, like 3 people out of 4, you're gonna adapt to 3 people, just gonna adapt to the 4th one and say nothing, cause you don't know them, unless like you're just a friendly person. So it's all up to your own personality.
Right here.
Show sign of respect.
Sign of respect.
You could show the type of person that you are.
Right.
So you have some kind of information about who the person is that you're talking
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you know if the person is right for you, like if you guys would be good friends in the future.
It all depends on the class, too.
Depends on the crowd.
Like, you meet like somebody, like mom and dad for the first time, you like say what's up. But like if you meet like, I don't know, yeah, you meet like a new friend or something, trying to be friends, and you be like, hey, what's up? What's going on?
So you meet some, all right, I want to go back to something. This is a scenario we have a little later. So you meet someone's parents for the first time. How do you do that?
Shake their hands or something.
No,
I was like,
Show me, come show me. I'm someone's parent. I actually am.
I'm like, where is it?
How you doing? My name's Mecca.
Hi, man. I'm James. Sorry. I'm Xavier's father. Good to meet you.
I just say, I'm not supposed to get another.
You don't feel like getting up? All right. Okay.
So I'm a coach. Someone come up and greet me.
Morning.
Morning.
Hey, what's your favorite team?
Lakers.
Awesome.
What's your name?
Julian.
Tim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wait, can I ask a scenario?
Who's that?
How long have you been a coach? Are we just meeting?
New coach.
You're coming to introduce yourself for a potential place of employment.
Place of what?
Employment. So I'm a supervisor. Come on up.
Hello, my name is Tejan James. I'm going to be applying to work at your job.
Oh, excellent. Good to meet you, Tasia. I'm James Lightfoot. I'm the executive director. Good to meet you. Squeeze that hand, man. You don't know. With me on you take this job. All right. Your best friend. You wouldn't introduce yourself to your best friend. That was a joke.
It's your first day of school. I'm your new teacher.
Hello, teacher. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, how are you doing?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Mr. Tim. What's your name?
My name is Mahdi.
Nice to meet you, Marty. Pleasure to have you.
Pleasure to have you too.
All right.
All right. Well, here's a very important one. We didn't get to this at our last session. I think it is very important, as well as you introducing yourself, of having the tools you need. Excuse me, I need to sit. The tools you need to introduce others, right? So it's about like building the network or connecting other people. So I'm going to have my friend here to the left of me, who hasn't wanted to get up today, to come on over. What is your name?
Oh, wait.
Can you talk about? Oh, perfect. All right. Garfield, come with me. So Garfield, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. He works in Boston. Really really, really invested in working with young people. He actually went to W. So, you know, you all may have some connection there. But when I introduce you, he'll kind of, you know, he'll know what to do. But don't be nervous, all right? Okay. Take your hand out of your pocket. You want to be ready, right? It's hard to shake hands like this. Right? It's kind of scary. All right, so come on, sir. Come on, go meet my friend. Oh, hey, Mr. Tim, how are you?
How's it going?
Hey, how's everything?
Everything's fine.
Good. I want to introduce you to my friend Garfield. Garfield and I have been working together for about 3.5 minutes. And I really wanted to introduce you. He went to Duggan. He said he's a stellar scholar there. Like, you know, really good grades. Now, I don't know what really good grades mean, like all C's or A's and B's, but he's a really good student. You know, he was in this workshop of mine, and he showed great enthusiasm, and he was engaged. He almost had an answer every time I asked a question.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I know he'd be great for the program you're starting up, you know, the one that I heard you getting like $100 million for, so you may want to connect with him. Garfield, this is Tim, all right? Have a good one.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
You doing well, Garfield. What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th.
10th grade?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are you interested in?
I'm either interested in cooking or becoming an engineer.
Oh, well, I do run an engineering program. So what we can do is we can give you some information on the program. Get you registered. Potentially have in the program. Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate that too.
You got a good reference. James is a good reference.
All right.
All right.
Good job.
Back in the day, they used to be called a hookup. You still can say that today, you just don't want to say it out loud. Hey, I need, you know, I need you to introduce me to those guys right there, those first 2 seats, you know. Take care of me, you know what I'm saying? Bay State UMass over there, we need some help. Right? You won't want to do that in public, but that's about making that connection and building your network. 'Cause you never know when you'll need to go back to that individual, or you'll meet them for an interview. That may be your moment. All right? So, pieces of information with you before we transition, and then there's a short activity that I know it held our exit out last time, but I will prepare our mentors and elders in the room if you all can move towards the door. We're just going to have a line of shaking hands as you leave out, please. All right. Young kings, real quick. When communicating, it is a two-way street, right? Part of it is listening, part of it is speaking. Know when to do one or the other. It's really important. All right? Know when you should be jumping in to talk and when you should be listening. Because some very important information can be transferred and you'll miss it. All right? When speaking, speak loudly and clearly. Avoid jargon or words that other people may not understand. You know what I mean? All right. You know what I mean? Okay. So be very clear and intentional with your speech so that you can get your point across. All right? Thank you all very much.
Hold the kids in there till these guys come out. Okay. 203, you're going to room 203.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
I remember 16. Aaron? Eric. Keep growing. Keep growing though. Keep growing.
You still look like her.
203. Firm grip. I like that firm grip. 203. Nice to meet you. All right. Great meeting. Nice meeting you, Julian.
My name is Becca.
Keep growing. Keep growing. Great meeting you. Great meeting you, Miles. What's your name? Cameron. Henry, great meeting you. Great meeting you. Hey, great meeting you. Hey, great meeting you. Great meeting you. I like that.
I wanted you to
Room 203, 203. Stefan? Great meeting you, Stefan. Swag? Great meeting you. Hey, great meeting you. Devin, right?
Oh, my name is Noah.
Hey, great meeting you, Noah. I was with your mom and dad the other night.
This song here? Yeah, man. Okay, so this song here is by a gentleman named T. Swan. It's called I'm the One. He's Swan, my boy. Yeah, exactly. He born and raised here, and this song's all about Springfield. When I heard this song, the first thing I got pumped up and energized, because a lot of people on the outside of here, and a lot of people that live here, don't necessarily appreciate Springfield the way that they should. How many people agree with that? By show of hands. Right? So one of the things that I feel like you got to do in order to change the environment that you're in, you have to embrace it first, right? So I've had, again, grown up and been in a lot of same situations, like seats that you all have been in as well. So I need things constantly to keep myself motivated. So songs like this, like I said, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, fanatic, some people would say, obsessed with